Hello students, welcome back. Hope you are all enjoying all the previous classes. So before I begin this class, I would like to share something with you. As you know very well that since 2 months you have been learning through online classes. Due to pandemic. So it is painful to note that some of the boys, they are simply entering their name without without watching the videos completely. I can see that. See, dear students, since we are all covering the syllabus through online, we may not be able to get time to revise all those things. Since almost the unit 1 is completed, maybe from next class onwards, you will have some assessments, a small test. I give exercises. What you have to do is, you have to write answers in an A4 sheet. On both sides you can use A4 sheets. You have to take photo of the same and you have to send the PDF to the email given. I will give you an email. And that hard copies, that is all the A4 sheet copies, you have to preserve, you have to keep it with you safely. That may be serve as a purpose of your assignments. You have to show me all the copies that you have written, which you have sent, that is through emails. You have to keep it safely. So when occasion demands, when I ask you to submit your assignments, then you have to submit the assignment in person in the department. You have to get signature from me. Based on that, your internal mark will be entered. So what I ask you, what I suggest you is that, of course, that is the usual regular classes is for 1 hour. The videos are either for 20 minutes or 30 minutes likewise. Sit, watch the entire video, practice it. If you have any doubt, you can ask me through mail, you can raise your doubts. But some of you, as I post a video, immediately they are putting their names, they are sending sharing their names. I don't think it is fair. Please don't cheat yourself. Okay, because as I already told you in my previous videos, college is a place for learning. College is a place for learning. Okay, it is not a pass-fail game. Right? That is, you must not attend class only for the attendance sake. What is the use? When you watch a video, at the end you must learn something. If you simply, if you send your names without watching the videos, what is the use? Not only that, when the regular classes begins, I interact with you. I ask you question from these videos. I ask you to take classes. Okay, that is the small seminars I am going to conduct. So at that time you have to take classes for 5 to 10 minutes. I will ask question from the videos. At that time you must be in a position to answer me. Based on that, your internal assessment would be established. So remember, students, watch the video completely. When I give assessments, do it sincerely and efficiently. Don't do things for namesake. See, as I already told you that even you are also well aware that how important the English language is. Without the proficiency of English language, it is highly impossible to venture into the real world. Don't be in an illusion. The more you learn, the more success you achieve. So, dear students, what I would like to tell you, watch the videos completely. Take down the notes. If you have any doubts, you ask. You can share your views. So remember, when the regular classes, I think very soon the regular classes will begin. At that time, you are accountable. Okay, so you must answer all the questions. So I am not, that is discouraging you, right? I am not, frightening you. But remember one thing, that you must be in a position to answer my questions. Okay, we will have a very good interaction. So watch the videos completely, then send your names. It would be beneficial to you. So dear student, let us begin our class with a new word, that is word a day. And today's word is fisher. Fisher is a fisher. Fisher. The pronunciation is fish. Fisher. Fisher. Fisher means crack. Fisher means crack. That is crack in a rock or crack in any part of body. And the usage would be like this: there is always a fissure between reality and philosophy. Crack. Okay, there is, that is apart. There is always a fissure, a crack, a split between reality and philosophy. So today's word is fissure. Fissure is a noun. Hope you understand. Yes. See, in our previous class, we discussed sentence and its types. Declarative sentence or assertive sentence. Declarative sentence or assertive sentence is nothing but a statement, a fact. That would be further classified into positive sentence, negative sentence. And the second type is interrogative sentences, that is questions. And a third one is imperative sentences, a sentences which carries commands and instructions. Then exclamatory sentences, a sentence which expresses sympathy, shock, surprise. And the last one is fragment, yes, no, fine, okay, of course, indeed. These are all the fragments. So these type of sentences are called fragmentative sentences. Fragment is a small piece of word that stands for a rest of a sentences. Fragment sentence. Okay. Now let us see that is further. Sentence. See, usually, sentence made of two parts. It consists of two parts. One is subject, another one is predicate. Subject, predicate. For example, see, horses run. Horses run. The boys are playing. She laughed. All the villagers assembled in the office. Look at this sentence. Look at these sentences. It has subject and predicate. Subject means it is a head word. Subject is nothing but head word. Here, horses. And run, predicate speaks about a subject, which describes a subject is called as predicate. This is subject, this is predicate. So, horses is the theme of a sentence, which carries main meaning with it. So, it is subject, it is also called as a head word. Subject says something and predicate describes a subject. See here, see the boys, subject. What they are doing? They are playing. This is predicate. This is predicate. The boys' head word, predicate, describes a subject. Subject is a head word. Predicate is a set of words which describes the subject. So generally sentence consists of two parts. One is subject, another one is predicate. Here she. What she did? She laughed. This is subject, this is predicate. Here all the villagers, subject. What they do, what they did, they assembled in the office, this is predicate. Any sentence you take that can be, that is, that made of two parts, one is subject, another one is predicate. Can you understand this? Okay. So you write, at least you have to write 10 sentences. Okay. The child is crying. The child is crying. The subject, the child is crying, predicate. All the politicians are not good. All the politicians or contesting in an election. All the politicians subject or contesting in an election is a predicate. He is playing cricket. He, subject. What he is doing? Playing cricket is predicate. Understand? So you write at least minimum 10 sentences you have to write, then you have to underline it and you have to tell which is subject and which one is predicate. Then the next part we are going to discuss is phrases and classes. Phrases and classes. Now, look at the sentences. I met a boy with blue eyes. I met a boy with blue eyes. She is a girl of great promise. He answered in a rude manner. Gold was cheap in those days. He gave his life for the sake of the country. Now look at these sentences. For your understanding, I have written in two colors so that you can understand. I met a boy with blue eyes. She is a girl of great promise. He answered in a rude manner. Gold was cheap in those days. He gave his life for the sake of the country. Now, just focus these words. The words which are in blue font. Look at these words. See, without these words, these that is words stands and gives a complete meaning. Am I right? Can you understand this? I met a boy. It is a complete sentence. This is not needed. See, she is a girl is a complete sentence. Of great promise is not needed. See, if you split these sentences into two, these words, this set of words stands apart but does not give complete sense. Whereas these words, if you separate it, they make sense and they act as a sentence. Are you understanding? Gold was cheap. It is a sentence. In those days, it cannot be a sentence. He gave his life for the sake of the country. Now, see, the thing is, now we shall see what is phrase. Phrase is a set of sentences which stands for a part of speech. Which stands for a part of speech. For example, you can see here adjective. This is adjective. Okay. So this is adjective phrase. This is adjective phrase. This is also great, is adjective. This is also an adjective phrase. See, here you can find adjective. Here you can find how he answered, that is adverb. He answered in a root manner. It is an adverbial phrase. This is a adverbial phrase. When the gold was cheap in those days, this is also, this particularly these words or phrase. What type of phrase it is? Adverbial phrase. See, he gave his life for the sake of the country, for preposition. So this is what type of phrase it is? Prepositional phrase. See, let me explain again. Clause is a sentence which has subject and verb. Phrase is a set of words which has no verb with it, but it stands for a part of speech. Can you get my point? And phrase cannot stand out as a complete sentence, whereas clause act as a sentence, because it has subject verb. Okay. But here you cannot find out verb in it. There is no, that is a subject verb combination. But at the same time, it stands for a part of speech. So this is clause, this is phrase. This is clause, this is phrase. What type of phrase? Adjective phrase. Here we have adjective, so it is called as adjective phrase. Here, it answers how, that we discussed in adverb. How he answered in a root manner. So this is adverbial phrase. When those days, so it is adverbial phrase. For the sake of the country, it has preposition, for it is a prepositional phrase. Remember one thing, class is a set of words which stands independently, that can be a complete sentence. Phrase is a set of words which stands for a part of speech and cannot be a sentence. So you do one thing, you write minimum, you have to write 10 sentences and try to analyze it. You can easily understand it. Okay, for example, she is tall. She is tall as well as beautiful. She is tall. Look at this sentence. She is tall as well as beautiful. As well as, it is a conjunction phrase. Now let us examine. She is tall. Complete sentence. Subject verb combination. This is class. This is class. This is phrase. This is phrase. What type of phrase? As well as is a conjunction. It is a conjunction phrase. Adjective phrase, adverbial phrase, prepositional phrase, conjunction phrase. This is a class. She is tall. It is a complete sentence. As well as beautiful. See, if you write like this, can it make a complete sense? As well as beautiful? No. It seems incomplete. So this is phrase. Since it has as well as with it, it is a conjunction phrase. Hope you can understand this. You have to write some 10 or 15 sentences you have to write, and you simply sit and examine it, try to understand. Okay, so the rest of the exercise we shall see in next class. Thank you so much.